Hello and welcome to this plan showcase video. This time we are taking a look at the original plans of the World War II tribal class destroyer, the HMCS Haida, hull number G63. Before we go through the plans, these photographs here showcase a very good overview of the Haida. I actually do have a lot of other ship and building plans here with me, and if you want to see anything specific, just let me know in the comments down below. Getting these original plans and making these videos is a lot of work, so if you like the content and or want to support this channel, consider a free subscription. It really helps me out. And enough talk, let's take a look at this beautiful ship. So on this first page, on the top, we can see the outboard profile or side view from the ship, and then some ship pictures and the specifications. Also, all plans shown here are the original plans as she got fitted on 1943. The HMCS Haida was one of the tribal class destroyers, of which a total number of 27 were built. She was laid down on the 29th September 1941 and was commissioned into service on the 30th August 1943. The Haida had a displacement of about 1,900 to 2,500 tons, with a beam of 11.4 meters, a draft of 4.0 meters, a length of 110.95 meters at the waterline, shown on the plan above, and a grand total length of 114.9 meters. Her propulsion system had about 44,000 shaft horsepowers on two propellers, with which she could reach a speed of 36.5 knots or 65 kilometers an hour, with a range of 5,700 nautical miles or 10,500 kilometers. The HMCS Haida also had a complement of 259 men serving on board. In the outboard profile here on the top, I highlighted the main armament of the ship, which consists of 3 twin 4.7 inch or 120mm guns, 1 twin 4 inch or 102mm dual purpose gun, and 1 quad 533mm torpedo tube launcher. Her anti-air guns consisted of 1 quad 40mm pom-pom cannon and 6 twin 20mm Oerlikon machine guns. The Haida also had some anti-submarine warfare on board, with 2 single depth charge throwers on her sides and 1 depth charge rack on her stern. Next up, in this animation here, you can see the outboard profile revealing the colored inside of the ship. I colored in the different rooms with similar usages for easier visibility and easier overview of the different compartments. In red, the main armament, ammo handling and ammo storage rooms. In orange, the combat stations and offices. In green, the crew and berthing spaces. In light green, the stores and storage areas. In blue, the engine rooms and machinery rooms. In light blue, some shelter rooms, fan or vent spaces, hallways, and generally multifunction rooms. In the yellow, the water, fuel and ballast tanks, and lastly shown in white, the void spaces. On this compartment list below, I also calculated the total floor area for each category in the entire ship. On this plan, on the top, we can see the inboard profile from the previous animation, then the compartment list, and on the bottom you can see the cross sections throughout the ship on its hull on the various important frames. So next up, we are going to take a look at the different deck plans from top to bottom, starting at the highest one, the 03 level. Here there is only one room, and this is the gun director above the pilot house. Same as before, I also colored in the rooms with the same usages, listed them underneath each deck plan with a total room number, and calculated the floor area for each of these different compartments. Going further down to the 02 level, from left to right, we can see one 40mm pom-pom AA gun mount, then an Oerlikon gun platform with 2 mounts, followed by the signal deck with another 2 Oerlikon AA gun mounts on the sides. Then inside some offices, a chart room, the bridge, as well as the sea cabin for the captain. Further to the front, one 4.7-inch main gun mount, and that's mount number 2. One deck below on the O1 level, on the top of the aft deck house, we can see the smaller 4-inch gun mount number 3, followed by a gun crew room, and after that 2 more Oerlikon AA gun mounts. Further to the right, above the forecastle, we can see the radar office, then followed by some crew mess rooms. In the middle of one room is a gun support for gun mount number 2. Next to that, a multifunction room, and in the very front, at the bow, the 4.7-inch main gun mount number 1. Next up, we are taking a look at the main deck, or called the upper deck on these plans. Here we can already see the full outline of the ship. Starting at the stern, there is one ASW depth charge rack, followed by a 4.7-inch main gun mount number 4. Right behind that, there is the aft deck house with an open entrance into the lobby, which gives access to the gun support of mount number 3, some officers' crew spaces like the captain's cabin, the officer's galley, and some sanitary rooms. Going further, there is the sick bay, a torpedo store, and at the very end of the aft deck house, an engineer's workshop. Then on the outside, 2 ASW's rowers, and then we can already see the single quad torpedo launcher. After that, there are 2 smokestacks with a ventilation system and a small storage space in between. Going forward, the forecastle starts with the main galley, then the 2 entrances which are set back leading into the lobby. From here there is access to the various washrooms on the port side. In the middle, 2 very important rooms, the coding room and the fire control station, and on the starboard side, a serving room, officers' wash places, and a canteen, to name a few. Going forward, there are located 2 big crew spaces with a gun support of mount number 1 between the 2 rooms. Further to the bow, there is some storage spaces, and at the very front, a peak tank. Now, taking a look at the lower deck underneath, there is a storage space on the stern of the ship, then followed by the steering gear compartment. Next, we have some spaces for the crew with a gun support room in between. As for the crew spaces, there is some mess and dining rooms, a pantry, as well as 11 officers' berthing rooms. Then there is a torpedo and warhead room located next to the crew quarters. Then there are some more office spaces, followed by the upper deck of the engine room compartments, which consists of a gearing room, the engine room, and 3 boiler rooms. Next up, there is the gyro, power, and battery rooms. After that, a lot of space for the crew quarters, then a central storeroom, and in the very front, the peak tank. On the very bottom of the ship, we are taking a look at the whole deck, where you can see the 2 propeller shafts, and in the very back at the stern, the storage spaces and the steering gear compartment. They are the same rooms as we have seen on the deck above, since these rooms stretch over these 2 decks. Going further, there are some provision storage rooms, followed by an ammunition storage compartment. Then we can see the oil tanks with 2 plumber block compartments in between. Next up, we can see the lower deck of the engine room compartments with the gearing room, the engine room, and 3 boiler rooms with some feed water tanks in the middle and fresh water tanks on the sides. Further to the front, some more oil tanks, followed by the front ammo storage rooms and the provision room, then followed by the cold room, a central store space, and the last room is the peak ballast tank at the bow. So this covers all parts of the ship, and we have looked at all the main plants from the HMCS Haida. You can currently still visit the ship, the Haida, as a museum ship in Canada, Hamilton, although she went through some changes throughout the time compared to her original state in 1943. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see some more plans or anything specific, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.